All right, man, we back. Do a quick live stream. I don't know if it's gonna be quick, but y'all get the drift of it. Appreciate everybody for checking back in. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you don't have a business question, inquiry, or sponsorship. Appreciate the love, support. Continue to share the videos. Don't forget to check out our sponsor. If you probably 100% all natural products at Hellblaze at thehellblaze.com. Use the promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, man. Appreciate everybody uh, for checking in, man. Let's talk about what's the point of Canelo. I was arguing with some motherfuckers this morning about that shit about Canelo Alvarez and Errol Spence. What's the point about Canelo and Errol Spence? You know what I'm saying? And everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Canelo, the money, the money, the money, the money." I just don't get it. You know, when I was coming up, let's just say the early 2000s of boxing, even the 90s, when I was watching boxing, I wasn't watching it as hardcore as I did in the early 2000s. And it wasn't particularly Floyd that brought me to the sport. It was Mike Tyson and Bernard Hopkins and Winky Wright, guys like that really brought me to the sport. This is before Floyd even became the factor that he was. Zab Judah, Costa Zoo. I mean, a lot of different guys that really turned me into a hardcore fan in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones is another guy. You know, that turned me over to a hardcore fan. All right, James Toney, another guy, homegrown guy. Those type of guys turned me into a hardcore fan. Okay, I wouldn't talk about James Toney Purse. I don't even remember talking about Winky when Winky Wright fought Bernard Hopkins, and I was in our extra guest room, and I was just in there and watching that fight because it was so intriguing. It was on HBO. I wasn't asking what the purses was and how much money Bernard Hopkins made. Like, dude, I wasn't talking about that shit. Going fast forward to Sergio Martinez, and I was talking about him in the DM. I was talking to somebody today about, and I didn't ask how much Martinez made versus Paul Williams. I didn't ask how much he made versus Chavez Jr. I didn't ask those things. That wasn't even on my mind. Only thing I really remember talking about Paul Williams' money was saying when he was saying he invested in real estate. Canelo Alvarez versus Miguel Cotto, um, versus not Miguel Cotto, Jose Cotto and Alfonso Gomez and Matthew had in his early. We wasn't asking how much money Canelo was making. Even when Floyd fought Marquez, they reported it, but that wasn't the sticking point. I thought Winky won that fight too. We wasn't I wouldn't talk about how much money they made. Like when people come with that argument, like who give a fuck? Norris Williams was going on Cool Man said, man, Mr. Lallis. You know, like who give a fuck? Real talk. Like, what's the point of Canelo and Errol Spence right now? Now I know what the point would be for Canelo. Is because I know what I hear behind the scenes about Canelo. Canelo is a few fighters that a lot of people may not realize is about to retire or trending towards retirement. That's Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia, and what's up, Sean? And Canelo Alvarez. Those fighters are about to retire. Like it or not, they about to retire. Canelo Alvarez has a serious knee injury. Real serious knee injury. So you see Canelo jumping up and down in weight, you know, that he really trying to get legacy going. He's about to retire. Bud about to retire. Why do you think Mikey going to Top Rank? Okay, if they sign him into a deal, Mikey already know I'm gonna fight a tune-up fight in Lomachenko. I probably fight Lomachenko for undisputed. I maybe get a title defense in California stables, and I'm done. Why would Mikey go back to Top Rank? You know what? Because he know he about to be done. And that's what people. That's what people. What's up, babe? I see you. What's up, solid child? What's going on? And that's what people need to realize is Canelo knee injury. He about to be done. Mikey, he openly about to be done. Who else you raise on? I see you. Who else? Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko. All them dudes about to retire. Like it or not. There's no fucking point of Canelo Alvarez and Errol Spence for Errol Spence right now. For Canelo, I get it. Canelo, I get it. It's another black fighter under your belt. Now that I understand that Canelo has really serious knee injuries, and now that kind of explains why he took some performance enhancing drugs. Okay, a lot of people don't realize PEDs in sports, it ain't about muscle. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about stamina. A lot of times it's about recovery. Because as you get older and you running on cement, if you put a battery on cement, it drains. You run even if you run on that whatever that shit is on the track they putting. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more comfortable for your joints. But even ankle weights build fluid in the knees. A lot of people don't know that. That's why I stopped wearing ankle weights. A lot of that build fluid in the knees. You know, and a lot of old school training stuff and just, natural wear and tear on your body, it's hard to recover when you fighting even 2 times a year in 10, 12-week training camp. That's hard to recover from. So a lot of guys, knick-knack injuries, knee injuries, arm injuries, shoulder injuries. You lifting, you trying to make weight, you already deteriorating your ligaments trying to make weight. Because when you try to make weight, it's not even just the ligaments is the bullshit. Even though they very important, a lot of people don't realize that your body is made up of how many percent, a lot of percentage water, but your brain sits in water. So once you drain your body to get down to a weight, and people say, oh, it's just water weight. What do your fucking brain sit in? Your brain sit in water. So you constantly draining your brain, you aging yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's you aging yourself. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you take a trauma to the brain, and now your brain don't have enough water in it. It ain't just I'm getting beat in the head, and that's why I'm talking like James Toney, or that's why I'm mumbling. No, I've been draining my body and draining fluid out of my brain for the last 15, 20 years. Shit, 30 years, 40 years for guys. So they've been doing this shit since the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all got to look at, man. When motherfucker takes steroids or performance enhancing drugs, I just say PEDs. It ain't just because, like it ain't just because. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just because, oh, I need to be stronger and more powerful like a Super Saiyan. That shit don't work that way. A lot of that shit is for recovery and for injury recovery. And Canelo Alvarez got 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door. You want to know why he jumping up and down in weight? You want to know why he trying to cut corners? What's up, Ronnie Boy First, Graylin Wells? It's because he got bad knees. Mikey, why he jump up and take the Errol Spence fight? He on his way to fuck out. That's just what it is. He on his way. He said he retired. I remember Lamont Peterson said he was retiring. This nigga was willing to jump up to 160 pounds. On God, he was willing to jump up. He said, I'm only got 3 or 4 fights left. And guess what? He spoke that shit into existence. Guess what? He had, to that point, he had the Alvarezzian fight, the Errol fight, and the Lipinets fight. He spoke it into existence. When you get to talking about retirement, oh, it's going to creep up on your ass. It is. It's going to creep up on you. And that's just what it is. You don't speak shit into existence. I didn't perp to some chicks in college like, yeah, when I get home for the summer, I'm gonna work at fucking finish line. Guess what? I wasn't about to work at finish line. I did put my motherfucking resume in, but guess what? I got a job at finish line. I'm big on speaking shit into existence. I'm big on that shit, man. That shit real. But for Earl Spence, right now, it ain't no point. Now, as he say, okay, Keith Thurman. Now he said that Keith Thurman won't fight him. That's cool. We know we gonna label Keith Thurman. Okay, we cool. Keith Thurman won't fight you, but you know what? Even with or without Keith Thurman, if you beat Bud Crawford and you watch Bud Crawford like you say you would, hey dude, you already in the pantheon of greats. We could put you up there with Trinidad, De La Hoya, at least. Zab Judah, Corey Spinks, even though they was undisputed for a lot of boxing fans, you beating Bud is undisputed. But did you ever notice, and this is why I'm pressing this attack, you ever notice they don't do shit for our black ass in boxing? In any of them people, if you go back to Juan Lopez and Yuriorkis Gamboa, Bob Arum didn't go out his way to make that fight happen. Salido ended up knocking Lopez out twice, and the fight never happened. Now, a lot of people may not remember or may not have been around or care, but that was one of the biggest fights to make in boxing. Bob Arum didn't make it. He didn't. That was a fight that a lot of people wanted to see. And a lot of us felt that Gamboa will probably win, but Lopez had the power, and Gamboa was very, very chinny, but it didn't happen. But then again, you got to look at Bob Arum history and say, well, it did happen when he did make Donaire and Rigondeaux, but that was more Donaire than Bob Arum. Donaire went on his way, fought Rigondeaux, lost to him, fight Denchinian, or had another fight, then fought Denchinian, and then he moved up and fought Nicholas Walters. Like off rip, he became one of my favorite fighters when he done that. Cause he fought two of the toughest dudes at the time, Rigondeaux, and then he moved up in weight and fought the Axeman and Nicholas Walters. Nicholas Walters was known as a power puncher, but he had one of the straightest jabs I've seen in boxing to this day. Even though Bob Arum pretty much froze him out. But Ali say, Braylon will say, he said, no point except grabbing for the bat. Errol leaving a complete chapter in the era. His career empty, avoiding Bud. Ali said, don't let Mikey get a pass for not making the Loma fight was Bob and ESPN now. He can work with them because he desperate and nobody on PBC he can beat. Hey, that's a great point. That's a great point. But at the end of the day, you can look at it from that standpoint. You can look at it from that standpoint, or you can look at it from the standpoint as I'm trying to retire and I'm trying to punch my stamp I'm trying to punch my stamp as a Hall of Famer. Because he had two of the belts already. So however you slice the cake, if he beat Lomachenko, he a two-time title holder, champion. Two title holders, and he beat Loma, it'd be for all the belts. But everybody moving like he moving, to be honest. Only person ain't moving like that is Deontay Wilder and Fury. Cause if he signed to fight Wilder already, I don't care. He took two tune-ups. It is what it is. You know what? He had my respect when he took that fight after fighting Pinata and Safari. I really don't be trying to have nothing bad to say about him outside of him juicing. But you got to give it to Tyson Fury. He didn't fucking have to come back and fight Deontay Wilder. He did it because AJ didn't want to do it. But for Errol Spence, it's no real point. Now, if you fight Bud, even if you fight Bud, and you want to jump up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, I really understand it. Because you look at it, you got all black fighters. Braylon will say in the super chat, if Triple G Powers couldn't keep Canelo on the back foot, let's be real, Earl hand speed ain't greater than Canelo's. Canelo got the jab, the counter punching, the judges. How the hell can Earl win that fight? Boxing. Boxing. That's basically what I come down. He has to outbox him. He got the ability to do so. They say he can move his head and be slick if he want to, but I'll give him a chance. Don't get me wrong. But if everything was even if it's in Texas, he'd get robbed in front of his fans. But it's about the bag. If you can get $20-25 million guaranteed on the zone and you have to worry about King of My Hood, Texas Salute, and you ain't got to worry about going back, you ain't got to worry about them back name money. You know what? I ain't knocking it no more, man. Real talk, I ain't knocking it. If we all about niggas getting the bag, I ain't knocking it no more, man. Real talk. Maybe I'm a little bit tired of arguing people, but I'm tired today. Man, my dad got a dog. Matter of fact, it's Miles' daddy. I ain't never seen, and people keep acting like I'm crazy. I'm gonna get this nigga on camera if I catch him tomorrow. I ain't never seen a dog. Y'all know them brown privacy fence that people put around. I ain't never seen a dog jump that motherfucker routinely. I ain't never seen a dog jump. That motherfucker got to be like 6'5", a 6'5" privacy fence, maybe 6'6". I ain't never seen no dog do no shit like that. The nigga jumped over it routinely, dog. I was chasing this dog around the neighborhood all day. You know what? And my dad, he came home. He had a back surgery. He came home, and he came in the house finally. I wanted to kick the shit out that dog. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to kick the shit out that dog. I wanted to choke his ass so bad. I'm sorry, I got to vent. I wanted to choke this motherfucker so bad. He knew it too. He knew it. I lost about 10 pounds chasing that nigga through the neighborhood today. He was just playing with my ass too. Playing with me. He was jumping over the neighborhood. He jumped over the fence. I'm like, man, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Watch, I'm gonna get a shot collar put around his fucking neck. I'm gonna keep hitting that bitch. I'm gonna get my payback. Watch, I'm telling you, I'm gonna order that shot collar. Amazon Prime, your boy got it. I'm gonna get that motherfucker. And I'm gonna shock the shit out of him on purpose. That motherfucker, man. I want to choke the shit out that dog today. Y'all don't understand it. I want to just no other dog gave me a problem but him. I want to choke his ass so bad. I see why women. I see why women don't have no dogs. Women, y'all just too fucking nice. If I was dead or I wasn't alive, my dog would get away with fucking murder. He would until he chew one of their fucking shoes up or their heels or some shit. Everybody, oh, don't treat that dog like that. No, be dragging his ass through the fucking house as soon as he do some stupid shit. He said, Ronnie Boy Fresh say, they won't trick bag me. I know a goddamn bag chaser, and I'm happy to be here at boxing. I mean, yeah, we gotta see how you would fight him though. But shit, you tell me I'm getting 25, 30 million, shit. Tell me you wouldn't do so too. Tell me you wouldn't do so too, but I ain't arguing no more, man. If everybody want the fighters to get the bag, I'll just shut the hell up. But I just don't see the point in not fighting Crawford. I mean, you wouldn't have to fight Sean. You wouldn't have to fight Danny. You wouldn't have to fight Keith. If you was to beat Terrence Crawford and smoke him like nobody else did, you smoked the undisputed champion. Crawford got 8 belts to his 1. Real talk. Crawford got 6 world title belts and 2 ring belts. I mean, the ring will have to put the belt up for Crawford and Spence. So you would get a ring belt and you unify, and then you always can fight Sean Porter. You always could. And it ain't like he's shying away and just saying, oh man, Crawford, sorry about the fight. No, I watched Crawford. I stumped Crawford. I beat him with ease. But that's not what I heard behind the scenes. Okay? And I heard this from separate sources. He don't want it. And I'm just keeping it fact. His coach don't think he can win. Floyd don't think he can win. Al don't think none of his fighters can beat Terrence Crawford. Because if that was the case, Al is a very smart man. Al got 20 welterweights to throw at Terrence Crawford in good faith. Al can be like, okay, you can fight Lipinets. Because Lipinets called Crawford out at 140. He can throw Dennis Yugas at him. He can throw Berto at him. He can throw Devin Alexander at him. Ivan Regnick at him. Eric Bonet at him. He really can wear Terrence Crawford down and keep Spence fresh. He can keep Sean Porter, keep Thurman. He could throw the entire welterweight PBC crew at him if he wanted to. And it's real shit. He can wear Spence down. He can offer to send his welterweight to ESPN. Then he can also say, okay, you can fight 2 or 3 of them on ESPN, but 2019, 2020, you can fight Sean Porter on our platform. And you can have Sean fight him. And you can have Errol unify with Keith or Pacquiao. I just don't understand I'm just knowing that they told their fighters that, they blackballing him. And that's the truth. Keith Thurman had an offer to fight him. Errol Spence had an offer to fight him. Danny Garcia had an offer to fight him. Sean Porter all of them had offers to fight them. Real talk, all of them got offers to fight Bud. Now Sean Porter's might be the sketchiest. He got a deal, a multi-fight deal, but it would include a Errol Terrence Crawford fight. All of them fighters that I named have been offered to fight. All of them. They've been offered to fight with Bud. They don't want to fight him. But then again, you'll get people saying that, oh, he on the wrong side of the street. Well, Errol Spence and Keith Thurman on the right side of the street, and Errol can't secure that fight. And history will show that wasn't Errol's fault. It was Keith. But still, does that give you a W? No, it don't. Does that go on your resume? No, it don't. You don't get no cool points for that. You don't get no credit for that when it's all said and done. If Leo Santa Cruz don't fight Gary Russell and he going to the Hall of Fame, you think somebody gonna be there? Oh, he dug Gary Russell. No, that's gonna be ancient history. They're gonna talk about how many titles he won in so many weight classes. Oh, his great fight with Carl Frampton, his excellent 2 fights with Abner Mares. Ain't nobody gonna mention that shit. Errol Spence, if he go on to beat Canelo or he go on to beat Lubin for a title, he going to beat J-Rock for a title, or he going to to unify 154 pounds, or be undisputed there, get a title at 160 or something like that. You think what's going to be the status quo? What's going to be the narrative out of there? Oh man, he beat J Rock. Oh man, there's no way Crawford would have beat him at 147. People are going to just assume in hindsight that he would have just smoked Bud. That's just what it. That's just what it'd be. That's what it'd be. Nobody gonna press the attack when he go into the Hall of Fame. Nobody gonna be up there in Verona. Where's it? Verona, New York, with a camera in front of Errol Spence's face or a camera in front of Santa Cruz's face. All they gonna talk about is his great fights, all the titles he had, and that's just square biz. That's square biz. But like if he beat Canelo, if Errol Spence beat Canelo, really what do we gain? Because at the end of the day, he win. But does that get him a deal with the zone? Does he become the multi-$100 million man with the zone? Does that get him a deal with Fox, Showtime like Mayweather? But just looking at that fight from a stylistic standpoint, Errol Spence is going to have to be perfect. Anything less than perfect, you're going to lose versus him. Mayweather was perfect. Watch 12-0 when he still got a 6-6 scorecard. He was perfect. And people say he ran. And I watched that fight over and over again. Days after the fight, day after the fight, days after the fight, weeks after the fight, months after the fight, years after the fight. That was the best Floyd Mayweather performance I've ever seen. Looking now how I scored Lara and Canelo a draw. Look how Lara, Trout, Cotto, Golovkin, Chavez, Danny Jacobs did, how he looked so elusive versus those guys. And Mayweather was hitting him. I mean, I ain't a big Floyd Mayweather advocate at this point in his career, but Mayweather was touching Canelo at will. It was a thing of beauty. That may have been his best performance. Now, his most grittiest performance, his most classic performance was Miguel Cotto and Castillo won. If you believe he won or lost the Castillo fight, that's your opinion. But you got to remember he had a shoulder, one arm in that fight. He had a shoulder rotator cuff injury. And Mayweather dug down, didn't put the fight on the back burner, didn't skip out on him. He still fought him, and he fought him again. Immediately. Canelo ain't giving no Lara no rematch. He didn't give Cotto a rematch. He gave Golovkin a rematch because a lot of people said he lost. But you gotta be perfect versus that guy. Or you gotta be able to pack the punch, Rashid Thomas. You gotta be able to pack the punch. And you catch a lot of people, that'll get mad at me and say, well, CJ, you just hating on Spence. Okay, that is what it is. But tell me how he beat Canelo. Giving everything in Canelo's favor, the network, the venue, the judges, the A-side promoter. Okay? How does he beat him? He even Mayweather didn't beat him on the back foot. He said why Mayweather didn't rematch Cotto. Because he clearly beat Cotto. I don't think that was a close fight. He clearly beat Cotto. It was a tough fight. You don't hear Miguel Cotto arguing for a rematch. It was a tough fight. He beat Cotto. He hurt Cotto in that 12th round. He took that fight. You don't hear Cotto crying for a rematch. You don't. Madonna asked for a rematch. Floyd accommodated him. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to defend that nigga, but that's just what it was. I didn't see Cotto going out there asking for a rematch. He got dominated. I mean, I ain't gonna say got dominated. It was a good fight. I don't know why he fired Pedro Diaz. Mel Bookie say Spence beat the dog shit out of Mayweather in sparring. So did Paul Salvador. You probably don't know the fuck that is. But Paul Salvador outboxed Mayweather. That footage is on it's on YouTube, I believe. He outclassed Mayweather. This ain't no folktale. This ain't Mayweather getting out of jail. This ain't he said, she said shit. It's physical evidence out there. The Paul Salvador and Mayweather sparring session is the reason Mayweather don't allow people to take the sparring section. So you could say, Oh man, I heard that Errol beat Floyd in sparring. You can say that all you want to. Show me the tape because I can show you the Paul Salvador tape. And guess what? Guess who had a better career? Now Salvador had some problem with drugs, but go back and watch that sparring, Mill Boogie. See, I should y'all say sparring ain't shit. Chris Eubanks Jr. beat the hell out of George Groves in sparring. Guess what happened? He said I was in the building. Okay, at the end of the day, guess what happened? Lamont Peterson blow Floyd ribs. Would you pick Lamont Peterson to beat Floyd in the fight? Would you? Would you pick Lamont Peterson to beat Floyd in the fight? No, you wouldn't. He broke his ribs before the original Marquez day. Omar Henry, rest in peace. He used to give Floyd some good work before he passed away. Would you have picked motherfucking Omar Henry to beat Floyd? No, you wouldn't have. Sparring ain't shit. Sparring is sparring. David Benavidez beat the hell out of Triple G in sparring. In a real fight, would it go that way? Would it be lopsided? No. Y'all niggas glorifying sparring. That shit gay. G to the A to the Y. That shit gay. Sparring is sparring. It's practice. When the real lights come on, you got to make weight. In 2016, 10,000 people watch you spar. That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. Because if that means something and Spence feel like he can beat Floyd and he invincible, then why don't he fight Bud? Why don't he fight Bud? Bud could never be what Floyd is. Bud can never be what Floyd is. I watched Carlos Adames get Terrence Crawford some good work in sparring. But you know what? Carlos Adames was like the third guy he was sparring in a row. Third guy. Was Bud trying to win sparring? No, you can't win sparring. You can't beat. I'm not sure Benavidez would beat Triple G in a fight today. I'm not sure that would happen. I seen Benavidez get dropped by Ronald Garville. I seen Benavidez, in my opinion, I scored that fight for Garville. I scored a fight for Garville. I'm not sold on Benavidez completely. He's 21, 22 years old. Y'all niggas forget that he ain't fought nobody. He lost to Garville on my scorecard in the first fight. He got a gift and he got dropped. We're not talking about Caleb Plant. We're not talking about Uzatagi. We're not talking about a Triple G. We're not talking Samuel Cruton. We're not talking about none of those fighters. Y'all niggas so quick to jump the gun. These niggas ain't been tested. He lost to Garville on my card. He lost to Garville. How is he the goods? What is he proving to be the goods? Who has he beat to be the goods? Who has he beat? Ronald? Jalen Love? Who has he beat? At least Caleb Plant beat Uzatagi. Porky Medina? Who has he beat? Okay, did he knock out Darrell yet? Who has he beaten? Who has he beat? Y'all so quick to anoint these niggas and they ain't done nothing. Yeah, he dominated the second time. When he hired Alex Ariza, you didn't see the difference? In the first fight, he got tired. Right? He hired Alex Ariza. This nigga threw 1,000 punches. Then he had an adverse test for cocaine. Make the correlation, bro. Salute Battle Rifle, though. Ricky E. What's going on? Salute. Like I told you niggas, man. At the end of the day, I see what a lot of people don't see. He hired Alex Ariza. And I ain't even trying, and this ain't even the point of the video. But just to point out some shit. He struggled, Levante, I appreciate the super chat. Salute. He struggled with stamina versus Garville in the first fight. And all of a sudden, he hired Alex Ariza. He hires Alex Ariza. His stamina increased at least 5-fold. His punch output increased a lot more. He was no longer tired. Then he get popped for cocaine. Now, cocaine is known to mask PEDs. Now, I'm not saying he a PED user, but I'm just saying, a lot of you niggas out here, y'all don't know, or y'all get these fucking other ethnic groups passes. If that was Errol Spence, when people will have videos of Errol Spence eating a vitamin, eating no amino acids, or saying, look at Errol Spence dog tits in the first fight, and then look at his dog tits in the second fight. Look at the minor acne on his left shoulder. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Keep it 100, man. Because when it come to our fighters, they nitpicking us. Oh, look at the Charlo. He got an erratic behavior. You know what I'm saying? Look at Jared Hurd. He cut his hair and he went from throwing 300 punches in the first fight to 3,000 punches. Like, come on, y'all got to be up on that shit, man. He's got a pass for all that shit, man. And this ain't me not liking him. I like him as a fighter. But then again, what the fuck has he done? What has he done? Nothing. But remember, he's a kid. He's 21, 22. He gonna get better and better and better. But right now, he ain't did shit. He fight Triple G. Am I favoring him? Absolutely not. Do I think he could beat Triple G? Absolutely. But am I saying I'm going to bet 1,000 on my bike? I bet my life saves so I'm gonna break the bank on it? Fuck no. You don't know until you know. Am I Pusha T's voice? You know what I'm saying? When Floyd beat Corrales, it still was questions about Floyd. People still saying Shane was gonna smoke him. You know? People still was saying that. Roy Jones beat Bernard Hopkins. Going into the James Toney fight, it still was questions about Roy Jones. Still. People to get Roy Roman Empire salute. Then Roy Jones his credit. Winky Wright had to travel the world before he got a shot versus fucking Shane Mosley and broke through. Bernard Hopkins lost his first fight at 168 pounds, was at 168 getting out of prison. Lost to Roy early in his career too. Didn't stop him from going on. You can go on and on and on about these fighters. Adrian Broner, we swore up and down when he beat, we glanced over the fact that he barely beat Daniel Ponce de Leon. I felt that Ponce de Leon won that fight. But at the time, I was just mum on me. I wasn't going to expose Broner because I like Broner at the time. He beat the Vincent guy that the purple and gold on for the 30 strap. He beat Vincent Escapado. Remember, I think was it Webby that walked him in the ring? That was Crawford. It was I think Webby might have walked him in the ring. He go on to beat Elroy Perez before that. He go on to smoke Antonio DeMarco after he fought John Molina. He beat Antonio DeMarco. They was begging him to let his hands go in that fight. Gavin Reese exposed him and laid the blueprint for Paulie. At the end of the day, people was annoying Broner, but really, who did he beat besides Antonio DeMarco? Now, Antonio DeMarco was a good fighter. He had got beat by Edwin Valero before that, and he smoked John Molina in like 3 seconds, like 10 seconds or a minute. He smoked John Molina with no problem. Even after all that legitimacy, we thought Broner was legit. The Paulie Malignaggi fight opened niggas' eyes. Then he got beat up by Madonna. Then he got beat up by Porter down the road. We swore up and down Adrian Broner was the next coming to Mayweather. He said Elroy Perez tested positive for coke after the AB fight. I didn't even know that. He got stretched. It didn't even matter. Oh, he beat up the white boy too, Jason Litton. And we swore up and down Broner was legit. That's why it took me a lot of time to get Terrence Crawford his credit. Because after that AB shit, I said, I'm gonna start looking at niggas a lot closer. What has you done for me lately? Benavidez, he ain't done nothing yet. And he 20, 21, 22. I mean, it's a lot of you niggas out here. Yeah, Manuel Taylor was way later. Manuel Taylor was solid. He had a good fight with Algieri on Friday night fight. And Algieri got past him. That was a good fight. But Flame on 24, what's going on? But a lot of motherfuckers, I just don't after Broner, I just started. It took me a long time for me to say a fighter was legitimate. It ain't too many legitimate fighters here. I mean, you look at Canelo, you look at Deontay, you look at Fury, Dr. Toes. I think he legitimate after what he done to Tabiti. Breeders, you look at him. Usyk at cruiserweight and probably hopefully at heavyweight. I like him. Um, it's a lot of fighters, man, that ain't really legitimate yet, man. Charlos, Errol Spence. I mean, we know what Crawford is. He's a Hall of Famer if he retired today, like it or not. Lomachenko, he getting there. Donaire, definitely he older, but he a legitimate fighter out here. We talking about resumes. Let's talk about Donaire. He got one of the best resumes out there. It's Manny Pacquiao, Canelo, Danny Garcia, and Donaire. Fuck just win. It's wins and losses. The resume, you get credit for getting your ass whooped, and you get credit for whooping ass. You get credit for you giving ass whoopings. You get credit for taking ass whoopings and bouncing back. And then that's what it's about. We can't go through niggas' resume and say, "Oh, he lost." And I'll count. Count. Loma almost legitimate. If Loma get undisputed, like, come on. He had to go through Comey or Lopez. And a lot of you niggas saying Porter, of course. Y'all niggas saying Lopez is the truth. You can't change it. Because once he take Lopez behind the woodshed and beat the shit out of him, no, you can't say, oh, he was a bum. He was a bum. He was a bum. Yeah, Crawford in the Hall of Fame right now. You smoking dick? That ain't even a question. That ain't even a fucking question. He got 8 belts, 2 ring belts. Like, come on. Get out of here. There ain't no fucking question Crawford in the Hall of Fame right now. Are you really questioning that shit? Canelo, Danny Garcia, I'm putting in there. Donaire, I'm putting in there. And Crawford, I'm putting in there. And Lomachenko, based off the fact that Barry McGuinness and Arturo Gatti in there, I put his ass in there too. I'm putting Usyk in there for sewing up cruiserweight. I don't care what you niggas say. I'm putting them niggas in there. If Arturo Gatti in there and niggas going around here saying Adrian Broner a fucking Hall of Famer, why can't they be? Talking about Crawford, number 1 lightweight, number 1 junior welterweight, and if Errol Spence fight him, he'd be the number 1 welterweight if he won. Lomachenko is a Hall of Famer. If Arturo Gatti is a fucking Hall of Famer, Lomachenko is. How is he a Hall of Famer and he could potentially still? What the fuck you mean he could potentially lose? Ali in the Hall of Fame, he lost. Tommy Hearns, I believe in the Hall of Fame, he lost. Fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is you talking about? Because you lost, you can't be in the Hall of Fame? Well, shit, take Sugar Ray Leonard the fuck out of there. Take Sugar Ray Robinson the fuck out of there then. What is you talking about? Spence, tell Spence to fight him then. Tell Spence to fight Bud then. Because that's all I hear. Angelo King salute. All I hear is, oh, Spencer rolled through Bud Crawford. Well, fight the motherfucker then. Fight the motherfucker then. If it's that easy, his fans got more faith in Errol Spence than he do. Because I told you niggas before, his team don't believe he can win. From Mayweather to Al Heyman down to the coach. They don't believe he can win. I don't have no reason to lie. I have no reason to lie. I went to top ranked card last Friday, met for Lopez. He ain't 5'8". He more like 5'5", 5'6", 5'10" myself. I have a pic of my last video thumbnail. I gotta catch up with your videos, man. I've been missing them. But you confident in Bud beating Spence all day, nigga? I should be confident in Spence beating him, but I looked at some film, man. I'm confident. I'm very confident. I could be wrong. I'm not mad if I'm wrong because I said it from the very beginning. It don't matter who win, they black. I ain't gonna be mad if Errol Spence win and piss on his name. Like, nigga, I'm happy you took the fight. You a winner in my eyes by taking the fight. But you know what? Black people can't have shit in boxing either. We can't have shit. Dominicans can't have shit neither. Cubans can't have. They niggas too. They niggas too. We can't have shit in boxing. Y'all ain't pay attention. They go out their way to make them fucking Mexican fights. In the UK, they don't have no choice because they can't beat nobody. So they got to make their fights. But you notice they don't go out their way to make our fights. But you know who fought that is? Y'all know who fought that is. And I'm gonna talk about Mikey in a minute. But you know who fought that is. That's Floyd Mayweather fought. Once again, that's an underrated thing that Floyd didn't do. You know how people say Floyd made it a business decision and Floyd made fighters fight once or twice a year. Floyd ain't fight no niggas. He fought Chop Chop, Augustus, Sharba Mitchell. He fought Zab Judah, and he fought old Shane Mosley. Floyd, Devin Alexander, Kevin Cunningham talked about that shit. Floyd ain't fight no niggas. Floyd ain't try to fight Tim Bradley. Floyd ain't try to fight Lamont Peterson. He fought Berto because Berto took his bitch and he was close to Al Heyman. He didn't fight Berto off the strength of, oh, I want to fight. And then he still didn't even stop Berto. Mayweather wasn't trying to get Keith no shot. He wasn't trying to get Errol, never get Errol no shot. He wasn't trying to get Devin no shot. He low-key was never trying to give Amir Khan no shot because he had speed like a nigga. You know, he wasn't. If Austin Trout had beat Canelo, he wasn't giving him no shot. He was never giving the Charmander brothers or Charizard brothers. He never was giving them niggas no shot. He wasn't gonna fight Burning Forest. He was never gonna fight Winky. If you had melanin in your skin, Floyd Mayweather was not trying to fight you. He was not trying to fight another nigga. And now, you know, PBC is predicated off of fighters being Mexicans and making names off of Mexicans. That's what it's about. So of course Errol Spence don't feel like he gotta fight Terrence Crawford because you know what they tell you? Well, there ain't no money in that fight. You can go at the Canelo and make 3 or 4 times that or 2 times more, and ain't no money in that fight. Oh, you want to fight Sean Porter? That's an easy bill. That's easy money right there. But they don't do shit for us in boxing. They don't talk. They don't do nothing for us in boxing. Nothing. When it come down to us in a major fight, they not putting no money into niggas. They not. They not putting no money into that fight. It's a black and it's a brown thing. It's a brown thing. And that's what I'm trying to show you niggas, man. What you think they doing with Gervonta Tank Davis? Focus, what's going on? What you think they doing with Gervonta Tank Davis? You think that's why he chose Madonna? No, he chose Madonna because Madonna got popularity from beating Broner. That's what it boiled down to. He fought Madonna because Broner made him. Madonna blew up after he exposed Broner. He became a superstar. That fight was supposed to be pay-per-view, by the way, but they changed it. All right, I got you, Lawrence. I think Spence and Bud is a mega fight. In actuality, in their minds, it's not. Because if it was a mega fight, Mikey Garcia said, I don't see that fight happening unless there's enough money in it. And they don't project this enough money. For us, it's a mega fight. For black people, like shit, that's like how can I say it? That's like 2 black wrestlers fighting for the world heavyweight champion of the world. You know, that's like Venus and Serena meeting in the Wimbledon finals back in the day. You know, that's huge for us. That's huge lineage. I mean, what brother that had the finances? What brother that had the finances wouldn't go to that fight? Like, that's like your favorite team making it to the Super Bowl and you saving up in the fund for that. Like, you gonna go into your fund for Bud and Spence. Like, that's huge. That's iconic. That's some shit that you take pictures and you go to that you never forget. That's some shit that you put in your obituary. Like, nigga, I went to Bud and Spence. I was there for that shit. It's niggas that still got pictures from when Tommy and Sugar Ray Leonard fought. That's part of somebody's history. That's embedded in somebody like spirit. Karate Body salute and super chat. That's embedded in somebody's spirit. That's a memory that somebody still got to this day. Sitting in a jail cell. Sitting at home. And I said jail cell because a lot of those YBN niggas was there. Whatever the fuck they was called. I forget. I don't mind. YBI. Young Boys Incorporated. Notorious gang in Detroit. A lot of them was cool with Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns. A lot of them dope niggas back in the day. That's something that you don't forget. Ronnie Boy Fresh in Super Chat. You know, and that's just what it is. That's something for us. But when it come down for something for us, appreciate it again. Super Chat. When it come down to something for our black ass, we can't have shit. You can't have shit in the hood. You can't have shit in the suburbs. You can't have shit in boxing. And the difference between boxing and that for niggas that'll be, I'm gonna say black people to be politically correct. For black people, that'll be the equivalent of the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals, where you see in a competitive 7-game series, or you see a competitive Super Bowl with your favorite team, or you finally see a Super Bowl with 2 black quarterbacks. That's the equivalent of that. But you know what? It's the equivalent of that for like 25% of the price. At the end of the day, $100 get you into that fight, at least. $100 get you to that fight. And not only $100 get you to into the fight, you get the weigh-in, you get the final press conferences, you get to enjoy the city. There's a lot of things. You go to the Super Bowl, like nigga, you talking about a stack to get you in. I've been to one. You talking about a stack to get you in. A stack. A stack just to get you in. Shit, a stack can be your flight. And your hotel damn near for that fight, depending on where it's at. Especially if it's in the South. Shit, for a stack, you can get a flight in. Where I'm from, you get a flight and you get a fucking hotel in Atlanta. But I'm trying to put emphasis on you. What they be doing is pillow talking niggas like Errol. Pillow talking niggas like Charlo. Well, Errol probably want to fight Bud. Oh no, man. We should go this route. It's somebody pillow talking. He don't make his own decisions. He said, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. But you know who moving like a boss? You know who moving like a boss? Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is moving like a boss. Can one of the Charlo brothers beat Canelo? If it's gonna be one, it's gonna be Jamil Charlo. And that's if it should be in Atlanta. He right. It should be in Atlanta. Atlanta is black. DC, Atlanta, Memphis. Those should be the 3 ideal spots for that fight. Real talk. A lot of you niggas won't understand, but Atlanta is black. Black. A lot of stars got houses in Atlanta. Pimp C had a house there. Obviously, you got T.I., Jeezy, Gucci. But a lot of your black Hollywood always there. Your Megan Goods, guys like that. And that's who you cater to. You're not trying to cater towards Tom Brady being ringside. You're not catering towards Charlie Sheen being ringside. You're not catering towards Donald Trump being ringside. No, you want Obama. You know what I'm saying? Chadwick Boswick, Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson. You don't want niggas like that there. You don't give a fuck if Rico Iglesias or Jennifer Lopez. I can't fuck about that. It's for us. We want our black stars there. We want Jay-Z, Beyonce there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Robert Kraft can come to the party if he ain't racist. You know what I'm saying? He come with Meek and them niggas. We want, LeBron to be there. That's our type of crowd. Like that'd be so black and beautiful if that was to happen in Atlanta, Memphis, DC. I mean, it'd be beautiful. And it's not high places. It's not high. It's not high to fly to those places and get a room. You get the best food, lemon pepper wing, whatever you want. Good home barbecue in Memphis. In DC, it's chocolate city. It's black. You know what I'm saying? You don't take a family of fucking raccoons and put them in the jungle. Or you don't take a pride lion pack and put them in the hood. No. You don't take white people and put them in the safari. And you don't take niggas and put them in the middle of a European medieval time. You don't do that. What would you say if Jaime beat Triple G? It wouldn't surprise me a lot. I mean, he feel that he can win. I heard it from his mouth. He feel that he can win. Not from his mouth, but I heard it directly from. No, it shouldn't be in Houston. It shouldn't be in Houston. That motherfucker should be in Memphis, Atlanta, or DC. Period. That's what that fight should be at. Three of those cities. Three black cities. He said Charlo just sold the NRG, the shitty. That NRG is like a fucking garage. That motherfucker hold 11,000. That motherfucker look like a garage. That venue was piss poor. Atlanta ain't overrated. I mean, to a certain extent, it is, but it's not overrated. Atlanta not overrated. I stayed there for a while, and I stayed around that area. It's definitely not overrated. Atlanta definitely not overrated. It didn't used to be. I ain't been on there in a few years, but it didn't used to be. About 10 years ago, it didn't used to be. Lawrenceville, right outside of there, Decatur, was it Stone Mountain, all through there. I had homies all through there. They shouldn't be in Houston. I mean, Houston is mixed. There's a lot of Hispanics there. There's a lot of blacks there. Fuck Houston. No offense to Houston, but fuck that. Because you putting it in the middle of everything. You can say the same thing about fucking San Francisco. In Atlanta, you can say the same thing about San Francisco. It don't stop San Francisco from being one of the richest places there. Now, if you like them type of things, well, so be it. But it's not about that. Because you wanna put the same fights in the same areas. And at the end of the day, Houston is probably gonna be the third biggest populated city behind New York, LA. It's gonna overtake Chicago in this census. But at the end of the day, we talking about black cities, not multicultural cities. We're not doing this shit for the Latinos. We're not doing this shit for the whites. We're not doing this shit for the Brit. We doing this shit for the niggas. And Atlanta, Memphis, and DC is right there. Plain and simple. It's right in the middle. Memphis, huge international airport. Atlanta, huge international airport. I've never flown into DC, so I can't tell you that. Those are accessible, affordable cities that know how to party. Atlanta is the downtown. Everywhere else around Atlanta makes up the metropolitan area. Decatur, all that shit. Atlanta is basically the downtown. The rest of it make it up. Period. Nobody trying to. Oh, it should be. Why should it be in Houston? It shouldn't be nowhere in the state of Texas if Errol Spence and Bud fight. It should be nowhere in Omaha, nowhere in New York. No, I mean in Nebraska. Y'all niggas want to. Oh, they should do more fights here or there. Nah, fuck that. Texas didn't have its fair share of fights. Baby Bull Diaz fought partly in Houston. He fought there in Houston a ton. Canelo fought in Texas a lot. Mikey fought in Texas. Errol fought in Texas. Like y'all done had your fair share of boxing. Southern California, y'all done had your fair share of boxing. We tired of looking at the same fucking venue Dr. Blick was going on. We tired of that shit, nigga. We tired of that shit. Give North Cali some love. Real talk, and them ain't even the real big fight times, man. Only reason motherfuckers say Houston and Texas and Dallas and shit like that because the Latino people there. Only reason they say Southern California is because the Latino people there. Like Detroit used to sell out hella fights. Indianapolis used to sell out hella fights. Philly used to be a fight hub. Jersey used to be a fight hub. Mike Tyson fought in Memphis, and him and Jay-Z did a dual fight concert in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Tired of the same ass shit, the same fights. Texas, Southern California, New York, Texas, Southern. Like we tired of that shit. We tired of that shit, man. And a lot of times y'all crowds be lame than a motherfucker, bro. Like for real, the Brooklyn Barclay. Now that's a hell of a crowd. But a lot of y'all crowds be like terrible. Like it just don't be having no energy in the building for real. Now Madonna fought Broner in San Antonio. That had energy in the building. They was throwing shit at Broner. But when you be in Southern California, like man, you know what I'm saying? It's like watching the Miami Heat game. Like, ain't no fucking energy in it, bro. No energy. In the Barclays Center, yeah, it be energy. Give some other cities some play. StubHub Center got classic fights. They do. You're right. It had classic fights. It feel like if you got a fight in the StubHub Center, it's gonna be a classic fight. Yeah, when he dropped Fury, it was live. I will give you that. But y'all niggas in LA boring. Even in that Laker game, that shit boring. Even the nigga name, even in their voice, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. That nigga boring as hell, bro. Like we be lit. Y'all see how Detroit be, nigga. We be lit when we was good. We sorry to the motherfucker now. But when the Pistons was good, we be lit. Wasn't nothing like a game at the Silverdome. Wasn't nothing like a game at the Silverdome. Trust me. The Palace wasn't nothing like the Palace. Not at the Knick game. I've been at the Knick game, not at the Barclays Center, not in the Laker games. None of them bougie motherfuckers, man. But that shit Charlo fought at, man, that bitch was a garage. That shit was a garage. That bitch look like that's where they go do bull. They do some fucking bull, some bull. They tie bulls and shit. Rodeo. I ain't been to the rodeo since I was like third grade. Detroit got 3 new stadiums. They got in a 4th one coming. That's a smaller one. That bitch hold like what 8,000. They got a few. They tore down the Palace. They tearing it down. They tore down St. Little Joe. The fuck. What's it called? Joe Louis Arena, whatever the fuck it was called. That shit was terrible. I seen the real and Abraham there. Man, that shit was terrible. I've been to Little Caesars. I was down there for the big 3. I've been to Little Caesars dope. I don't sit at the bottom. I mean I don't sit at the top. That shit's deep. Ford Field, yeah, that shit huge. That shit nice. They just renovated that. I went there last year. Comerica, yeah, Comerica hella nice. Yeah, I've been to concerts, baseball games. Comerica hella. All 3 of them stadiums nice. I'd have been to Super Bowl in Indianapolis. Lucas Oil, that shit was nice. Lucas Oil, real nice. Conseco Fieldhouse, whatever the fuck they call it now. I'd have been through there. Madison Square Garden, oh my God. That's a beautiful stadium. Madison Square Garden is beautiful. The Barclays Center, that's nice. But Madison Square Garden is beautiful. He said Detroit looked like a ghost town. No, it ain't no ghost town, nigga. I wish it was. I wish it was a fucking ghost town. On God, I wish it was a ghost town. I be wondering like where the fuck all these niggas come from. I be trying to get through the motherfucking traffic. I be trying to get through the traffic. But I guarantee you, your average nigga from Texas wouldn't make it up here. I guarantee you that. Your average nigga from anywhere, probably only New York or Jersey or some shit like that. Your average nigga come to Detroit, the motherfucker, you will be struggling. You will be struggling. You wouldn't make it here. Y'all average niggas down south in Texas that work in them oil fields and y'all get them jobs like niggas here don't even got jobs and they keep a stack on them on the low. Like your average nigga won't make it here. My girlfriend moved here and said, shit, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And that's fact. This the ultimate hustlers up here, bro. You got a city like Detroit that's in its own recession. I'll tell you that from personal experience. But then again, you go 10, 15 miles out the city, you go to the richest county. But shit, not even 10 miles. You go a mile out the city and you go into the richest county of all time. Y'all niggas couldn't speak that. Y'all niggas couldn't survive here. You get ate up alive in this bitch. Ask niggas from Toledo. Niggas from Toledo know what's up. It's right there. Your average nigga couldn't make it here. A chick been then finessed you and robbed you and coked you up, choked you out. You gotta really know how to move. Y'all niggas say, oh, you gotta know how to move in LA. You gotta know how to move in New York. Nigga, no, you gotta know how to move here. Ain't no gangs. All you do is gotta know how to fucking move. If you don't know how to move in Detroit, and I be trying to tell niggas, man, if you don't know how to move here, man, sit your ass in the house. You know, it's bad. I've been Cali, I've been New York, my family from the Bronx. I'd have been all the motherfucking places. Cali, one false move can get you taken out that bitch. But Detroit is a totally different fucking animal. It's a totally different fucking animal. I got niggas that move from Toledo to Houston and they don't never come back home. I got niggas from Detroit that hit licks from Houston They don't never come back home. These niggas been graduated, PhDs, master degrees, bachelor's degrees. These niggas that changed their life around. But you know why you gotta live like that when you here? You know why you gotta be grimy like that when you because you don't have no other option. I've been to Cleveland. Cleveland bad too. I've been to Cleveland. I was in Cleveland a couple months ago. Like Cleveland bad too. I used to go to Toledo every year. I love Toledo. Every major city is not the same. That's the biggest fucking lie you can tell. Every major city is not the same. I'd have been to Birmingham, Montgomery, Atlanta, Los Angeles. I'd have been to Killeen, Texas, Dallas, Texas, even though Killeen not a big city. Dallas, Texas, Oklahoma City, Chicago. Who else I'd be? Cleveland, Philadelphia, New York, every Jersey, every city is not the same. It is not the same. That is not the reality of the situation. I'll tell you that from experience. Everywhere is different. Everywhere is different. Everywhere, even Indianapolis was different. Cause a lot of them niggas out there got shit to prove, like Indianapolis and places like Nebraska and shit. A lot of them motherfuckers got niggas from New Mexico and motherfuckers from what you got. I've been to Florida, you know. Florida different. You know, Florida, you really gotta know how to move down there. And they ain't even on no gangster shit. That ain't even on no black on black shit. You gotta know how to move in Florida because the slander laws and the racism and the placism. You gotta know how to move in Florida. You gotta know how to move. So all cities are not similar. No, they are not. Dallas is totally fucking different from Indianapolis. Indianapolis is totally different from Cleveland. Cleveland is totally different from Atlanta. Atlanta is totally different from Orlando, Gainesville, Tampa, Miami. It's totally different from the Bronx, Harlem, Queens, Newark. All them motherfuckers is different. All them motherfuckers is different. All of them. I done met niggas from El Paso. Coolest niggas I ever met. Yeah, I met niggas from Mobile. Had to fight them niggas. But like I said, Houston is a very beloved city by a lot of people I know that's relocated down there. They love it down there. I got a friend that teach. I got another friend, I don't know what the fuck he do, but he living a straight life. He ain't always done that. You got a couple other niggas, man, that don't never come back. They love the city of Houston is not whack. They love the city of Houston, Texas. They love it. I know niggas that love Dallas. I know niggas in Dallas with mansions and shit. They love. I never go back to Florida. Fuck Florida. I never go back to that motherfucker. Only way I go back there, but I gotta go back there because of some family shit. I never go back to Florida. Hell, spring break, sming break, wing break, chicken wing break. Never. Never go back to Florida. Only way I go back to Florida is to visit my fucking brother. And that nigga have to meet me at the Pensacola, Alabama border. What's up, though? Get him like, fuck Florida, man. Fuck Florida. Florida is fuck that. It look cool on TV. It do. It look cool. I done ran into a fucking bears in Florida. I done seen niggas get arrested in Florida. I done almost went to jail. Fuck with it. Fuck Florida. Fuck Florida, man. Fuck. I don't want to go to Miami. I love Tampa. I love me some Tampa. And I love Orange County, Gainesville, Ocala, Orlando. I love that shit, but fuck Florida. Fuck Florida. You end up in jail in Florida. You just say, why my black ass come back? Fuck. I know a nigga that got accused of robbing the fucking. What he said? He robbed a motel. He got accused of robbing a motel, and they held that nigga for like what he say, a year and a half, 2 years, for and let the nigga go. Well, no, he didn't get charged with nothing. Now, nigga say he did it, but he didn't get charged with nothing. Yeah, fuck Florida. Nigga call me crazy. I'd rather go to Alabama. I love Alabama. Prattville, Montgomery, Auburn. Now, Tuskegee was a little rough. Birmingham was nothing but a mini ass Detroit. But I love fucking Alabama. I used to hunt, plant paintball. I love me some Alabama. Low key, Alabama low cost of living. They got some thick ass hoes there. I had me a big booty bitch, man. Oh shit. Man, I love me some Alabama. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think I would like it, but I love that shit. It ain't really shit to do for real, but shit. If you a country nigga and you born or you at that part, Alabama for you. You like to hunt, paintball, Piggly Wiggly. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they ain't got shit tasteful there. At least where I stay. It's everything is turn up, get drunk, you know. But I like some motherfucking I like fucking Alabama. But let me talk about Mikey before I get off, man. Fucking back hurt. Chasing that fucking dog through the neighborhood. That shit, Alabama, it was mad real, bro. And I got some good ass niggas down south. I will say that. Some of the best people I met is from down south. Columbus, uh, Montgomery, Birmingham, uh, Duval County, was down there in Broward, and I met some great motherfuckers down south. El Paso, I had a really good friend from El Paso. I had another nigga. Where that nigga was from? My nigga Chan. He was from Houston, I think he was. Dallas. He was from Dallas. Good ass motherfucking nigga. Like good niggas down south, man. I will say that. Down south got some real good humble niggas, and they about their education and they about their money. I will say that. I ain't met too many bad people down south. You know, I was thinking about what y'all niggas' agenda is. Like, I was thinking about what niggas' agenda is. Like what the fuck is this nigga's agenda? They just nice. You go to Detroit, man. Watch. I guarantee you, go to Detroit. Ask the niggas from directions. You might end up in a fucking casket. Kansas City harder than Houston. I ain't been to Kansas City. I know people from there. But Houston, man, Houston got all them people in it, bro. And everywhere you go in Houston, you work for it. They got a 30-minute grace period. Vegas, man. Vegas just, woo, you go there and go, bro. Vegas is a 2 or 3 day trip. You don't need a week in Vegas, bro. Yeah, Fayetteville. I've been to Fayetteville, Greensboro, Charlotte. Yeah. I like North Carolina. I ain't want to leave when I was younger. I like that shit. I like, man. You ain't got no problem with me. I ain't been to Arkansas, I think. But I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, Charlotte, Greensboro, Fayetteville, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Texas. I think I've been to Louisiana. Yeah, I have been to Louisiana. Yeah, I like that shit. Columbia, I've been there. Columbia, I've been there. Family down there. Yeah, I've been to New Orleans. Yeah, I was helping a friend or Mardi Gras. His family had a store or some shit. Virginia, I've been to Virginia. I drove through Virginia. Fuck them mountains. Fuck them mountains. I ain't never been to Virginia, but I drove through there. Fuck them mountains. If I had to drive through Virginia, fuck that. Them niggas ain't got no. You'll fall off a cliff like a motherfucking Virginia. Is that West Virginia? One of them motherfuckers got the mountains. Fuck Virginia. I ain't got no problem with you, but fuck the mountains. Nigga, you can't be drunk driving on the mountains, bro. You be drunk driving the mountains in West Virginia, Virginia. I had a buddy, he was going to do a bid and he was in the fucking on the bus. And this nigga was crying. They was driving up them damn mountains. That motherfucker was crying. 901 Memphis. Oh man, Memphis, man, they be turning up like a motherfucker, man. Memphis. I don't know if it's harder than Dallas, but they be turning up like a motherfucker. Memphis, that ain't nothing but Detroit too. Them in Birmingham. Memphis be turning up like a motherfucker. Memphis they be going up like a motherfucker. Man, you can't get too much of Memphis neither. I keep it real. Hell no, you can't get too much of Memphis, nigga. I remember I was going to Memphis from school. Man goes like, "Don't let no crackhead beat you." I've been beating crackhead ass. Like, don't come at me like that, nigga. Yeah, fuck the Virginia. There are a lot of deer and beer on the road too. Shit, I was driving in another city in Detroit, in Michigan, and shit. There was a ton of deer on the road. A ton of deer on the road. Fuck that. Deer, fuck you. I got deer in my neighborhood to be real. Believe it or not, I got beer. I got deer. I got beer. I deer in my neighborhood. They be running through this motherfucking everything. They be in my backyard and shit. Deer big as fuck up in person. They big. They big. A deer beat you. A deer fuck you up. They friendly animals. They fuck you up if they got to. A deer up close in my neighborhood, it looked like a horse in the torso. I ain't going to the. I know I ain't going to the Dominican Republic. I'm good. My cousin take her daughter all the time. I'm good. Somebody said they got a vacation package for the Dominican Republic for like $40 people a piece. This shit like 6 months ago. I don't know why. I ain't going to the Dominican Republic. I'm good. I'm good. I ain't going to the Dominican Republic. I ain't going to the Republic. Nothing. I'm good. I ain't going to Dominican Republic. Y'all niggas can go. Y'all can go. I ain't going. Your boy ain't going, but yeah, I'm gonna finish off with Mikey Garcia. He go out there and fight Lomachenko. Big props to him. They both got a loss, but ain't no built-in excuse. Ain't no weight excuse for him versus Lomachenko. Ain't none of that. Ain't no weight excuse. If Mikey go out there and lose to Lomachenko, I'm gonna give Lomachenko full credit. If Mikey go out there and beat Lomachenko, I'm gonna give Mikey full credit. That's still a fight I want to see. It's a top 10 fight. Mikey should have just made the fight before. You know, they should have made that fight before. But you know what? If he go out fighting Lomachenko in a trilogy or a rematch or one fight with a clear victory, you know, well, you go out with a hall. You go to the Hall of Fame. Now, if Lomachenko lose that fight and get sparked, do I put him in the hall? I put him in the amateur Hall of Fame. But hey, man, if he beat Mikey Garcia, I mean that's an interesting fight. That's an interesting fight. I look at it as if Mikey Garcia good at the weight at 35, Mikey can fight on the front foot and the back foot. Lomachenko only really effective on the front foot. So Mikey got multiple ways, but if it take one for Mikey, I got Mikey winning that fight, depending on how you look at the weight. Mikey should win that fight. Too technical, punch too hard. You know, he punched too hard. He got Mikey. He gonna knock Mikey out. I mean, Mikey should be able to knock him out. Left hook to the body, power jab, right hand. Mikey should win that fight. If he healthy, Mikey should win that fight running away. Now if Errol Spence beat the shit out of him, and he ain't got no and he ain't got no and he maybe Errol Spence, took something out of him, like Derek James said, then yeah, Lomachenko should get him. But Mikey Garcia, very technical. And don't forget, he got that one hitter quitter. He do. And got that one hitter quitter. But if Mikey look good at the weight, and if he could beat Lomachenko, it ain't gonna be close. He'll stop Lomachenko. He'll stop him. He'll stop Lomachenko. If he good at weight wise, he'll stop him. Ain't no doubt in my mind. I bet you. He'll stop him. If Linares putting that nigga on the canvas like that, Mikey Garcia stopping him. He gonna stop him. I'm telling you. Too technical. Punch too hard. As soon as he catches Lomachenko, his face gonna look like a motherfucking Mako car accident commercial. Yeah, he said he fighting at 140. He said he got to see if he can make it. If he can't make it, he can't make it. But some of you motherfuckers tell me that Teofimo Lopez got a chance. He damn sure ain't got a better chance than Mikey. Teofimo Lopez gonna have his hands full of Richard Coney. I can see him beating Coney, but that's gonna be a tough fight. Has Teofimo Lopez been 12? Has Lopez been 12? I'm not sure Teofimo Lopez has been 12 rounds yet, or 10. Has he been 10 or 12? Because if Richard Comey can work on, if he can work on that left hand and walking Mikey into a left hand, if he can go walk beat Mikey into a left hand, if he can walk, Teofimo Lopez to a left hand, he could beat him. Comey can beat him. He just got to improve his left hand. Because Lopez is going to try to walk away from that right. And if he could walk him into a left hook to the body, a left hook to the head, he'd be able to win. But it wouldn't surprise me if Lopez won. But if I'm Lopez, he should take his time. I don't know what the rush is, man. You know, it's like young niggas fucking. You know what I'm saying? When we fucking, when we young, we like jackrabbits. When you learn to slow down and take your time, you know, shit tend to go a lot better. You know what I'm saying? And Teofimo Lopez like a little fucking jackrabbit right now. He want to rush for what? You young? He rushing to marriage. You know, and that's his business. He rushing into this fight with Lomachenko. Ain't no rush. Like you gonna meet people. You gonna meet people in your boxing career that's gonna bring a more monumental fight than Lomachenko. That's what history tells us. This fight don't mean nothing for you. It don't. It's a learning experience. You can just ask to spar. But these niggas think they want it now. You know, Haney, Lopez. But I like the way Hot moving. Little B, well, prime time, Christopher Hot Cobra. You know, even Rolly trying to act like, you know, he ready. That nigga, you ain't ready. Ryan Garcia beat your ass right now. You ain't ready. The young guys, they ready to fight. The old guys want to take their time. Yeah, Stevenson on the fast track, but didn't he get a silver medal? Stevenson is a more complete fighter. And Stevenson is colossal for 126. You know what I'm saying? Stevenson won a silver medal. And that's a difference. De La Hoya, gold medal. Amir Khan, silver medal. He got stretched. Stevenson, a different breed, bro. He a pedigree. You know, hey, he a different breed. But Comey just got to shorten up his punches a little, work on the inside. Yeah, like I said, man, continue to shorten up that hook. That left hook to the body and to the head, he'd be all right. Yeah, he don't have a clear weakness, but hey, at the end of the day, that's why it's up to his opponents to find his weakness. You know, Devin Haney may not have a weakness to people. People say, "Oh, he can't punch her." Let's see. Man, Lopez beat Coney by payoff and take. I'll take bets on that fight. I'll stand away from that one. But at the end of the day, it's hard. It's hard for me to put my money on a motherfucker who ain't never been 12. You know what I'm saying? Comey ain't no fucking Magadon or no Mason Menard. This a proud African. You know what I'm saying? This a proud African's tough to knock out. You just ain't rubbing on the average African chin. You just ain't rubbing no fucking African chin and knocking them out. What happened when Lopez not touching them and he ain't going nowhere? It's the 10th, it's the 11th, it's the 12th round. He ain't going nowhere. Lopez is only been 7 rounds. He only been 7 rounds. You know what? Comey and Lopez be coming to fight. If Lopez win the next fight, that's coming to fight I want to see. You're gonna have to stretch an African. Off rip, off bail, you're gonna have to stretch that nigga. Like if he knock out an African and Richard Comey, that's huge. I think Lopez is gonna get a gift decision. That ain't gonna go well for him. But you gotta stretch a nigga like him. Comey look like he a real gritty guy too. Real gritty guy. And you ain't been 12 before? And you talking about fighting Richard Comey from Ghana? Shit. Maybe motherfucking what's the old boy named Linares, or maybe a DeMarco, John Molina. Maybe a Ricky Burns or what's that nigga? Luke Campbell or Anthony Corella. Maybe one of them niggas, Gavin Reese or some shit like that. But you ain't about to just stretch no Richard Coleman. Robert Jr. hit that nigga with an uppercut from hell, and that nigga got up, didn't he? I heard Taylor and Progress gonna be in LA. We already talking about that. I'll be in LA for that one. What's up, Trick? I'll be in LA for that one. I'll drop everything and go to LA for Regis Progress and Taylor. I'll go to that shit. What y'all talking about, nigga? I'll go to that shit. And you gonna have Unuyua on the undercard and Donier? Shit. Them two of my favorite. All four of them are four of my favorite fighters. I get to go there and I ain't gotta pick a dog in the race. I don't care who wins. No, you ain't running for no African. Did you see that video where that African that was fighting in the locker room and that African whooped the other African with a belt? He ain't beat his ass. He whooped him with a belt. I ain't fucking with no niggas like that. I ain't fucking with no nigga that's gonna bring a belt out to a fight. Comey is a better fighter than Luke Campbell. Yeah, I think Luke Campbell is a better puncher. That's if Luke Campbell can punch through the target. Luke Campbell got a lot of power. He's just a tad too stiff. But he can punch. He can knock out Lomachenko. He got that type of power. He just don't punch through the target. Comey, that nigga Comey. I like Comey. I like Comey when he fought Robert Jr. If Comey beat Teofimo Lopez, he'd become my favorite fighter. I go find me a Richard Comey shirt. Richard Comey in the Lopez hype. I go get a shirt. I go get a shirt. Luke Campbell beat Lomachenko. I go get a shirt. I go make a Luke chicken noodle soup Campbell shirt. I'll make that bitch start selling. What y'all talking about? Karate Boy said if Lopez do be okay, I lost it. Do be call me. I hope it's by KO. So Ozmaker will set Lopez and Loman Lopez eyes low so I can eat. Hold up. What's up with Easter anyway? I don't know. I knew that was gonna be a trash. For Francis Bartholomew, a tough motherfucker to fight. Holmes and Lewis. Talking about I'm picking Holmes. He got better chin. Soon as Holmes touch motherfucking Lewis chin, it's over with. He can get a manual if you want to. You go before manual. I got Larry Holmes. I'm biased though. Larry Holmes is Larry Holmes my favorite, one of my favorite heavyweights. He is my favorite heavyweight of all time outside Ali. Hell yeah, you couldn't tell me shit about Larry Holmes. Adversity and everything. He was hated through his whole career and still performed. Baddest jab I ever seen is from Larry Holmes. Uh, Andre Rozier is a Kobe trainer, same as Danny Jacobs. If Floyd fought more blacks, would he have lost? I don't know. I don't know. Good question. Depending on who. Oh yeah. Mike up there. He up there. But Larry Holmes won though. That's the difference. Larry Holmes won his fights. Larry Holmes won all his big fights for the most part. He lost to Mike when he was old and on the couch, but Larry Holmes beat niggas' ass and take a nigga's name. Then they robbed the nigga first of Michael Spence. We all know why. They hung bad motherfucker. I like him and Mike though. Larry Holmes had an iron jaw, great jab. He said, "What you mean when you don't want to see Lopez do a backflip?" I don't care if he win. I ain't got no problem with him, bro. But I'm pulling for Coleman. Gary Russell is the next franchise champ. You ain't lying, bro. He gonna give his belt to fucking Leo Santa Cruz. Tell me how did Ali take Foreman hits at the age of Foreman? Man, that's mental. That's 90% mental. Now you gotta be mentally prepared to go through some type of pain. Hey, what's the motherfucking story about I can't remember the dude name. But it's a story about a hero, and he was tied up. I forget who it was, but he was tied up in the jungle, and he had to survive and get bit and all this type of shit. They got and then they gave him his fucking powers or some shit like that. But you got to mentally prepare yourself, man. If you mentally prepared, man, the human body can do a lot of different things. Yeah, I've been watching. I haven't seen Ultra Jones. So I've been seeing some of his interviews. I gotta watch some of his fights. I know he like what 2-0, ain't he? He fought in the UK not too long ago, a week ago. Foreign was too slow for Ali too though, but Ali didn't even use his leg movement. Foreman was slow, but he still was hitting that motherfucker. You gotta be mentally prepared for that shit. Comey Loma, I gotta see how Comey keep going and how Loma look. Loma look like his body breaking down, so it's a fight by fight thing. But that motherfucking Ali had a jaw on him. They say he almost quit in the third fight in the Thriller of Manila with Joe Frazier. He's ready to quit in that heat. Imagine if Ali quit versus Joe Frazier, how that would have changed his lineage. Ali would have been dubbed a hater. Would he been a quitter? Would he been the greatest fighter of all time? Real talk. If Ali really would have quit in the third fight with Joe Frazier in the Thriller in Manila, but you can look at it, Joe Frazier trainer through the tile in. So he ain't really looked at it as a quitter. Ali was said he was about to quit. Ali was about to quit himself. Now they would have said Angel Dundee through the tile in, and Ali didn't quit. It was Dundee. It would have been Dundee, motherfucking. It was Dundee that told him to quit. You know, imagine that. Imagine would you be the greatest if you was a known quitter? Now Duran didn't really bother him. A lot of motherfuckers got Roberto Duran in their top 5 and 10, I see. But he quit. Imagine that. That's something that people don't talk about. There's some people that people don't talk about. If Ali would have quit versus Joe Frazier, how that would have shaped him? How that would have shaped his legacy? They got a huge impact because if he quit and people really call Ali a quitter, does Larry Holmes get the flack for beating the shit out of him? So does Larry Holmes become a hated fighter? Is it a debate about who win versus Mike Tyson? Or will people say, "Oh, Mike can make Ali quit"? Think about that. That would have a huge impact on boxing. A huge impact. You know, Ray Robinson would probably be regarded as the greatest fighter of all time. Really, he probably would. In my opinion, he is the greatest fighter of all time. If we just talking pound for pound, that's the greatest fighter I've ever seen fight. Ray Robinson. Left hook, it's not a better left hook I've seen on film. Ray Robinson's the greatest fighter I've ever seen. Beautiful hand speed, beautiful combination, beautiful athlete. Fought over what? 170, 50 fights. Greatest fighter I've ever seen. Ali mimicked him. C-Dub was going, that's the greatest fighter I've ever seen. His fights, his 1,000 fights with Roberto Duran, his loss to Carmen Brasilia, I matter to me. Greatest fighter I've ever seen. Like Joe Louis, great fighter. He up there. Greatest fighter I've ever seen was Sugar Ray Robinson. Ali mimicked Sugar Ray Robinson. That's the crazy thing about it. He patterned his game. I like Ali, great fight. I mean, in the mythical, in the actual standpoint of who could whip a motherfucker ass, yeah, Ali is probably best fighter of all time. But we talk about pound for pound, Sugar Ray Robinson is the best fighter I've ever seen. Period. You know, Jake LaMotta is very underrated. Tough jaw, ton of stamp. Cameron Brasilio was a good guy. Willie Pep, Joe Walcott was a good fighter. A lot of them older fighters, man. I enjoy watching, man. A lot of them I enjoy watching, man. Back in the day, you know, Archie Moore, Mongoose. I mean, you just go and a lot of those fighters. You look like, how did they fight all those fucking fights? We got motherfuckers complaining about fighting 2 times a year. These niggas fighting 1,000 times a year. Ali, look who Ali beat. He beat Joe Frazier twice. He beat George Foreman. He beat Sonny Liston twice. Like right there and there, right there. And they took that motherfucker's bad. Muhammad Ali was bad, motherfucker. Muhammad Ali was bad. And niggas think he was sweet. Like nigga was 6'5". Ali was bad. Sonny Liston, he had beat he stretched motherfucking Floyd Patterson out. Floyd Patterson wasn't a bad fighter. That motherfucker just didn't have no jaw. Custom auto trained Floyd Patterson. Said the nigga had the chin of a poet. But Floyd Patterson could fight too. He could fight too. Yeah, Willie Pep, he could fight. You know? Don't forget about Wilfredo Benitez. Niggas forget about him. That joker can fight. He gave Sugar Ray Leonard a tough fight. Yeah. Benitez, man. Benitez probably be number one welterweight right now. To be real. Forget Hagler. Hagler was a bad motherfucker. Hagler was bad. You know, who else you had? Michael Nunn. He lost to James Toney. A lot of people were saying he was the best fighter in boxing. Cool. When his name Cool Hand, Michael Nunn was bad. Mike McCullum. Another bad fucking fighter. Body snatcher. Terry Norris. If he has some defense and uses his ability, it's bad. Jackson. Julius Jackson. G-Man, Gerald McClellan. He wasn't technical, but motherfucking crack. Man, he has some great fighters, man, throughout the history of boxing, man. Boxing is just built up with great fighter after James Toney, Roy Jones, and Winky Wright, and Vernon Forrest, Costa Tszyu and Winky Wright. Not Costa Tszyu and Vernon Forrest. That's the greatest Olympic fight. I ain't seen a lot of Olympic fights, but that's the greatest Olympic fight I've ever seen. Costa Tszyu and Vernon Forrest was a war. I think Costa Tszyu won that. Costa Tszyu won that. Yeah, that was a great Olympic fight. Go back and watch that. Costa Tszyu and Vernon Forrest in the Olympic. That was a great fight. Great fight. Really good, man. Yeah, what? Johnny Tapia, crazy motherfucker, man. Morales, Barrera, Joel Casamoriero was whooping ass back in the day. Personally, I seen him. He was a hype job to me, but he was flamboyant and flashy. Um, uh, you know, he had the motherfucking people hated Iran Barkley. He beat Tommy Hearns, and I think Roberto beat him. You got a lot of good fighters, man, and you got a lot of great fighters right now. A lot of great fighters right now. You got a lot of great fighters, but you know what? They ain't fighting nobody. You look at the NBA, and you got all the NBA talent level dropping. NBA talent level dropping. You know, you look at the NFL and say, "Oh, the talent level better." You go through boxing. Boxing ain't never had no talent level issue, except in the heavyweight division. Talent ain't the problem in boxing. It's just getting these niggas to fight each other. Yeah, Marquez was a motherfucker, man. He a good fighter. He got a master's degree in accounting. Smart. Oh, Hector Camacho, Macho. Yeah, I like Hector Camacho, Macho. Yeah, Camacho was a motherfucker. Flashy hand, talk shit. I like him. Get about Trinidad ass. Motherfucker had a left hook. De La Hoya had a good left hook. De La Hoya just ain't never had no stamina. Marquez had good fights with Baby Boy, Michael Casitas. For real. Marquez had a loss. He got lost to Chris John and was that Indonesia? I watched that fight because I was seeing if he got robbed or not. I can't remember what my verdict was. She was over 10 years ago. Battle Garcia is not happening. That's what it sounded like. Shit crazy. You crazy to battle coach. Shit crazy. No, Floyd probably beat Tim Bradley. Floyd would have beat Tim Bradley. Especially Tim Bradley talking about my speed, my speed. I gotta beat Floyd with my speed. He'd have got fucked up. Man, let me log out, man. I'm tired. My back fucking hurting. I'm chasing that fucking dog through the neighborhood today, so let me lay it down. Appreciate everybody for checking in, man. I'll be back tomorrow with some more content. We gone.